Hello folks, welcome. In today's video, we're going to be testing the waterproof ability of a few various items that are highly recommended in the survival or bushcraft side of YouTube. Okie dokies artichokes. So the first thing we're going to be testing is this right here. Marchway dry bag. We gotta do what we gotta do, you feel me? We gotta make sure we can feel the moisture. So that's why we're doing this butt naked. This is the Marchway bag. It worked very well. There is I don't feel any moisture inside here. It worked well. There's no moisture. I could feel the temperature slightly change. I'm not going to deny that. But other than that though, I didn't feel any moisture go inside. So this thing works. Alright folks, so now we're going to be doing ponchos, rain ponchos. This is a sapphire. This is a Saffy Rose. Got it from Instagram. I have another one. We're gonna pull that out in just a second. But this one is the first one we're going to be doing. This is Saffy Rose. Okie dokies. Yeah, we're feeling pretty comfortable in this, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, we're definitely gonna try this out. Let's see if this shit works. Alright, so our feet are wet, but that's obvious. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this shit worked. This shit worked really well. So obviously my feet are wet, but of course, that's what's gonna happen. I'm touching it. But other than that, my entire upper body is not a bit wet at all. No moisture went through, not one little bit. It was only the bottom, my feetsies. So if you have boots, then this $25 rain poncho is actually legit. It's pretty legit. And not only that, but it has grommets in it. No, it doesn't have grommets. Yeah, it does. It has grommets. So, yeah. So if you're trying to hook this shit up, use this as a tarp. It could also be used as a tarp. But at the same time, this shit works. Alright, folks. So, for our second item is the Helicon Tex Swagman. The Helicon Tex Swagman Roll Poncho. The Germans made this. Not too big on my Germans, but they do know how to make some good things. So we're gonna test this out. I will say this, again, I haven't tested this out yet. It does not look rainproof. It looks like a regular whoopee, like a regular liner. It doesn't look rainproof at all. Now, of course, I may very well be wrong, but this does not look rainproof. It looks like it soaks up water like a motherfucker, dude. This is a rain poncho, though, so it should be waterproof. At least that's what it should be waterproof. So, let's get in there and test it, huh? Yeah? So it is very warm. That's one thing, that's for sure. It is extremely warm. I put this on and I'm already feeling a bit much warmer. That's for sure. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, this is not waterproof at all. I don't know why this is recommended, but there is water leaking directly in my neck. It just soaks up water. I thought this was waterproof. I don't even know what happened. Okay, I know a way to test this out. There's a pouch right here. We're gonna stuff it with a bunch of whatchamacallit, we're gonna stuff it with a bunch of paper towels. This, I mean, maybe I fucked it up. Maybe I got some water in through here and it probably trickled down. That is a possibility, but I don't know. I fucking just left it right here and it seems to have soaked it all up. And again, maybe I may have tested it wrong, but see, you can see the wet spot right here. You can literally see the wet spot right here. It's super wet. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna test this right now, and hopefully this is waterproof, but I don't know. We'll see. Paper towels, inside. Inside. Put the whole thing in there. So, it did shed a bunch of the water off. I won't deny that. Just like an awesome little waterfall. So I won't deny that. But it feels a little wet. I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna check this out. Yep. Yeah, it's wet. Yeah, it's not waterproof. Yeah, it's not waterproof. Yeah, this is not waterproof. But this is not worth it. This Swagman roll poncho is not fucking worth it. I'm sorry. This was a waste of my money. I wasted my money on this shit. Yeah, and again, people may not like my review, but whatever. This shit was not waterproof. It's not waterproof. Okie dokies. So in our next segment of this portion of the waterproofing testing, waterproofability testing, we are going to be looking at bivvies. With that being said though, we are going to test bivvies. I have 3 specific bivvies. I have an RAB bivvy. I'll show the picture up on the screen. I have a regular U.S. military copy style bivvy. I believe it's the Marine version. I don't know. It's the Army color, but I believe it's the Marine bivvy. I don't know how that shit fucking works. You know what I'm saying? And then for the third one, we have the Snug Pack Stratosphere. That is a bivvy that requires poling. I don't know if I'm going to bring the poling with me during camping times. I think I might just use a stick or something, but I don't know. If it's light enough, then I'll bring the poles. Alright, so first things first. We are going to be testing the U.S. Army copy. It's not actually provided from the U.S. Army, but it's the U.S. Army surplus copy version of the bivvy, I believe. So let's just get started in testing it out. This is going to be the main thing where we judge all of the other bivvies from, the other 2, the RAB and the Stratosphere. We're going to put this on over me. We're going to keep it at knee length, knee level. Any water that will be on my feet, that's okay. Basically, we're just worrying about any water on my head and anything, below. So, yeah. Damn, I can't see a thing. Alright. So, that was very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Maybe it is possible that there's a spray on this. But this outperformed my expectations. I will not deny. This one, even though it's so damn heavy, I don't know. I'm glad I'm going to be able to use this. So yeah, which is why I'm excited for our second bivvy. So, next thing. But anyways, let's get straight to it. So, as I said, we have the RAB bivvy. We're gonna try this out, and again, the thing that I love about this is so lightweight. It's so light. The other one's so heavy, but you know, it's what it is. That's why I'm scared to use this one, because it's light. But another thing is, I'm also kind of scared. It seems like this could be easily puncturable. And there could be easy puncture holes inside this one. While as this, the U.S. Army bivvy, seems like it has stronger fabric. Okay. We're going to put on the RAB bivvy and then test it out. So, yeah, the back of the fabric is made of a different material, 100%. So that is, it busts off all of the water. Again, it's dry on the inside. It really is dry on the inside. There is no moisture on the inside. There was some condensation, but that's because I turned the heat all the way up. But for the most part, it's dry all on the inside. There's no... So yeah, comparatively, the RAB between the U.S. Army bivvy, I'd actually say the U.S. Army bivvy has better material. It has thicker material, it has stronger material. The RAB is lighter. Okay, folks. For the last bivvy, for the third bivvy of ours, our last bivvy that we have to test is the Snug Pack Stratosphere. I do not know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see the name at all, but yeah, the Snug Pack Stratosphere. I've heard a lot about this bivvy. We're gonna test it out. Snug Pack bivvy sack. Alright folks, let's test this thing out. Oh God, I'm really scared. Yeah, the Snug Pack is legit. It works. It is waterproof. That's for sure. It is waterproof. And for the last item, we are going to be testing our stuff sack. Now, I don't believe that this is waterproof at all. I have no reason to believe it's waterproof, as a matter of fact. As you can see, I got a bit of water on it already, and well, you can't see, but I got a bit of water on it already, and it's already starting to go through. Yeah, this is not, I don't believe this is waterproof. It doesn't say that it's waterproof on the seller's information, so it's not like they're misleading. I just wanted to test my stuff sack, mainly because this is where I'm going to be, you know, putting all my whole sleep system, and I just want to make sure that my sleep system can be somewhat protected. So we're gonna test this out real quick. Holy shit. Wow. So this stuff sack, as a matter of fact, is waterproof. That is very exciting. That is very exciting to hear. I'm very happy about that. At least something good came of this. But yeah, this stuff sack is actually waterproof, which means that my sleep system will be protected inside this, which is great. That's amazing. That's awesome. At least something good came of this review. Fucking spending a whole bunch of money on shit that's not even waterproof. This is waterproof. This fucking compression sack. That's awesome. I'm gonna show you guys where I got it from, but that's awesome. I'm super glad. So happy about that. Heck yeah. Alright, bums. So, TLDR. Just because you paid $130 for a piece of kit doesn't mean that that piece of kit is better than a $25 piece of kit. You don't need to go crazy to get something that does the job. Don't go stupid. Don't go crazy. Just get something that works, simply put. As for the pieces of gear, the dry bag works. It's legit, simply put. The Safi Rose is what I'm going to be carrying. Fuck that Helicon Tech Swagman. I don't know why it's recommended throughout the entire... Excuse me. I don't know why it's recommended throughout the entire survival group side of YouTube. But yeah, that Helicon Tech Swagman thing was fucking garbage. Maybe I tested it wrong. I don't know. But it didn't work for me. And yeah, that sucked. It was just like a regular Whoopee. You might as well just buy a $25 Whoopee at that point. Safi Rose worked, so I'm carrying that. As for the bivvies, I'm going with the RAB Hyperlight bivvy. The main reason why is because it's super light and it gets the job done. The only issue that I have is it may compromise on me. It seems a bit flimsy, it seems a bit weak, so that's an issue. The Tenier Military Surplus bivvy is legit. It's way too heavy, and I'm not trying to lug that big old thing around. And then the Stratosphere, Ion Stratosphere, is right in between the middle. The only issue with that is there's poles to carry in order to use it, and I don't want to do that. There's no point in carrying poles. Like, what's the point in all that? There's only one thing that those poles are used for. That's a waste. You get what I'm saying? As for the stuff sack, I was very surprised. I didn't think it was going to be waterproof, but it is. The only issue with the stuff sack is it looks a bit flimsy, so it might conk out on me, halfway in between, which is an issue. That's something we don't want. I do want to find like a Cordura fabric type stuff sack, but there's nothing that fits the size of my MSS, and I don't want to compromise on my MSS. I want an enjoyable MSS. So yeah. But anyways, that's the end of that. If you made it to the end of this video, awesome, thank you. If you hate what I did, if you aren't fucking with the review I made, then that's awesome, fuck you. Leave a dislike, leave a hate comment, suck my wee-wee, that's cool. If you made it to the end of this video and you enjoyed what I did, then hey, I love you, the universe loves you. Have a good one, folks. Love you, bums. Stay safe.